Hey guys, what's going on? Armand from RF Media reviewing another ad account from the library. Today I'm looking at Wassel Layton. I hope I pronounced it right. And I'm going to tell you guys how I think about this as an advertiser that has been doing this for nearly a decade, what I believe they're doing right, what I believe they're doing not as ideal and could be improved. And from there, I hope this helps and it can be used as an opportunity to make things better. So, with that said, let me jump right into it. So I can see here right away that there's only 6 results. That typically is not a good sign. You know, there are law firms, injury law firms running hundreds of ads, even 50, 30, whatever, 60. And that's a good number. It indicates there is creative variation. When there is creative variation, meaning a lot of creatives, a lot of videos, a lot of images, with the newest update with Andromeda, it helps in lowering the cost per acquisition because you guys just have to think about it as lottery tickets. The more you put out there, the more likeliness that you find a winning ad, winning creative that, it's getting you a massively great just cost per acquisition, cost per lead, et cetera, et cetera. Qualified, right? We were always looking at qualified cost per lead, qualified cost per acquisition, et cetera, et cetera. So with that said, right, let's go right into the ads and see what's going on. As you can tell, the ad copy is the same in all of the ads. Literally, get compensated for your injuries is the same headline for all of the ads. The primary copy, which is this part, is the same. The only thing that is changing is the image, right? And then, I think in the image, they only change the gentleman on the picture. And it seems like here it's essentially the same person, but maybe it's a slight different text. Okay, but it's like essentially maybe the 3 partners or 3 lawyers, etc., etc. Okay, so when you're running ads, right, you always want to be testing a bunch of key points, data points, and definitely there is no copy testing here going on the ads. There is no headlines being tested, and there is no primary copy being tested. When you look at other ad accounts and ads that we run, we always use different types of copy to see which one is getting us a higher CTR, which is click through rate, and based on that, we make improvements. All right, so number one, we would recommend to test headlines, to test primary copy, etc., etc. When I go ahead and zoom in the creatives, again, it's the same. Actually, it's the same numbers in terms of how much they've won. It's good. It personalizes, meaning like it adds a little bit of a personal touch to the ads. That you have the lawyer, etc., etc. However, it's quite generic. I mean, I like the settlement cases. Maybe we could have the specific what kind of accident this amount was won, but like in general, I don't see specific um, offers or a specific promotion or a specific way you guys are better. For example, I was reviewing an account the other day, and this lawyer was saying, "Hey, actually, we're very responsive. You're not gonna have a hard time getting a hold of us. If you have an unresponsive lawyer, call us. We'll take the case." Blah blah blah. Okay, that's a great offer. That's a great angle. Some people go the Spanish route, right? They have Spanish copy. They test the Spanish market. Okay, but I don't see any of it here. Whatever it is that I'm sure that these guys have, you guys have an edge. I'm sure you guys have an edge. We got to talk about that edge on the ads. We got to have videos, maybe of the different partners or lawyers, appealing to the people, gaining their trust, etc., etc. And so overall, I would consider the at least creative and copy side very, very simple and kind of like extremely simple, and there's so much opportunity to make it better, right? Creative variations of images, videos, appealing to the people, having a special offer, something that makes you guys better, different, unique, and a little bit of personality, right? Letting the ads come through. So I think there's a lot of improvement here, and but to add a little bit extra here, I would go and click on see ad details. When I, by the way, this is all public information. Anybody can access this ads library, and Google your own Facebook page and see what's showing up. When I go here and I click on sorry for the baby. When I go and scroll down here, you're able to see what kind of questions are being asked on the form, right? So I can see here that yes, were you involved? Yes or no? What type of accident, right? And was the accident your fault? And when did the accident happen? So I like the qualifying questions. The qualifying questions are good. This is actually good. What I believe needs to be better is that the there could be some more better questions. Okay, so for example, I'm thinking about were there injuries? What type of injuries? Tell me about the injuries, right? Another could be did you go to the doctor? Did you go to the emergency room? Did you like go to chiropractor? Did you not do anything? When did the accident happen? It's good. You could probably have like a drop down to make it easy, like 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, a year, 2 years, and disqualify people, which is a key thing, right? Disqualify people who are not good. We are able to disqualify in the ads when we see that there are certain elements that we don't like. If somebody says, "Hey, it's over 3 years ago, and the statute of limitation is 2 years for that specific state," then goodbye, right? So there's things like that. So I do like the questions. They're way better than a lot of things out there. But the problem with this ad account is that because there is so little advertising creative and so little copy being tested, that like the costs are I infer that the cost per lead and cost per qualified lead is quite high, and it could be significantly lower if we fixed and we were more proactive with the copy, the creative, and everything else I mentioned in the beginning. The questions are fine. um, Also, I mentioned in other videos that you can kind of customize the questions to uh, sorry, the question, customize the ad to like more of the clients you've had. So if you're looking for people who have been in an accident in the last year and that actually went to the ER, or actually had injuries, sustained injuries, and they were not at fault, well, if you start talking about that, you're going to attract those type of people, right? So I think that's it. It just really is, like, I'm willing to bet like that if they just start doing this, they would literally, I've seen this just so many times on our own ad accounts, like literally probably cut the cost of the cost per lead by a half. Like this could happen in this type of ad account, right? So I think there's lots of opportunity here. Happy to help if this was helpful. Armand from RF Media, and I'll see you at a new one. Have a good day.